Alright, so nothing is working this morning. PC restarted in the middle of the night, sort of. It like logged out, everything was closed. Everything just seems to be giving me a hard time today, so I would not be surprised to see the market forcing a little bit of a struggle as well. My mouse is also misbehaving here. That's fun. Let's try something here. Might have some Bluetooth interference or 2.4 gigahertz interference, I guess. Oh man, what a rip right there. This was a nice setup, but just was not able to execute on it quickly enough. It was a perfect setup there. It's quite the volatile market right now. Yeah, it's going to be hard to find a setup. Going to be hard to find a setup in here. It's just moving way too quickly right now. Let's check financial news here. So today, Consumer Price Index. Yeah, this all happened already this morning. Probably looking to take this high out again. Here at 1757-ish. Maybe need a deeper pullback first. Kind of want to look for a bearish pattern to fail. To give me an opportunity to get in on the long side. So otherwise I may not have anything.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
Bearish pattern actually did play out successfully, but not going anywhere at the moment. It's just, you know, you have those days where just nothing's working right. Apparently kitty cat number 2 wants to sit on the desk and block the screen. So, don't know what that's all about. Try and get in off of the point of control, which is around 1705.
Order submitted.
And then perhaps as well 94-ish.
Order submitted.
There's our volume profile for yesterday. That's way back here.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order canceled. Order submitted. Order submitted.
I'm going to try and get in here. Bottom of the high volume node there.
Order submitted.
Try to scalp a few points out of that. Bottom of the value area, or top of the value area rather.
Order submitted.
So stop down below the swing there.
Order fell.
Looks like that's going to be hit.
Order fell. Order submitted.
Be more conservative with the targets here. Yikes! Well, when that happens, who doesn't love that?
Order fell.
Bulls, if they're going to take us back to the top, should be coming in here.
Order submitted.
I'm going to give this a bit more room here. Put our stop down in the third pi zone here. Just to give it a bit of room to work with in the value area. This is obviously a developing value area. Now let's look on the short side at what kind of patterns we have here. Have a decent short pattern here. Unfortunately, that I missed because I was already in a long. What we would expect now is for price to hold here Probably want to get out around there. Yeah.
Order filled.
Doesn't look good. Does not look good. So value area didn't hold as I hoped it would, obviously. Just crumbling lower here. Phew. It's very unfortunate that I missed my favorite pattern because I was in a long based on volume profile. I don't normally like to use the current day's volume profile, so that was really a mistake to do that. Should use prior day's volume profile because current day's volume profile is still developing. My goodness. Keep getting little signs that I'm trying to move higher. And it just doesn't. Looks like we're basically just getting a correction from CPI right now. Maybe given bears who missed the or bulls who missed the opportunity to get in because the news broke before the market opened, a chance to get in lower. It's kind of the hope anyway. So in yesterday's value area, we could see ourselves maybe getting long around 925.
Order submitted.
Having one of those days where we get a runaway freight train in one direction and then a runaway freight train in the other direction. I don't know if I really want to get in front of this right now. Hmm. Probably will move over to another account because this account's taking quite a beating today. Man, is it going? Sheesh. We finally get a deeper pullback. That's when we're going to see. Let's see if I can get. Finally does come a bit deeper. That's when we're going to get the reversal. Probably. I have some volume coming in from, maybe from the bulls. I made a couple attempts there and looks like they're failing here. Maybe going to make a third attempt. Yeah, this is definitely a dangerous situation to be trading. As volatile as it is both ways. So you can see we are building some volume here. Possibly bringing that value area lower. I'm really looking for any kind of a pattern, any kind of a way to get long, because there's no way I can possibly get short here. It's just not going to be a pattern setting up for that. It's a little tiny one here, but in the midst of how powerful this maneuver lower has been, need to see something more significant move to the upside. Need to break through this zone here. Excuse me. Before I'd really consider getting, so basically we need to be above here for me to consider getting long. So decent effort here from bulls, finally preventing a lower low a few times. It doesn't mean they're going to succeed overall, but they're definitely making the effort here, right at 33. So if we do get significantly below it, that would be a good area to try and sell. It shows me enough aggression as well that if we get a deeper pullback to the upside here, that I would finally be interested in trying to take a long. Just because we actually have some kind of an effort from the bulls here. They just did not. Look how shallow these pullbacks are all the way down here. Yeah, so if we break this high here, forming a little bit of a range down here. we go. All right. So maybe get high enough here. Maybe we can take a stab long here. Didn't really go far enough for me to want that. Might work, but yeah, so we've been stopped there. Just not enough aggression. Bulls are just not making enough of an effort here, or they're making the effort and getting beat down. So shows serious aggression from sellers. So again, they tried so many times right here. So if bulls lose this, they're going to be in pretty serious trouble. I would think they give up below that area there. Tried to hold it again. This is interesting to watch. So you kind of see what market participants are doing here. Bulls haven't lost it yet. They're trying. So it seems like a last-ditch effort here. Going for it again. Holding before they broke that low. Or holding right after they broke that low, right there, rather. Finally gonna give up here. Wowza. Yeah, so they finally lost it there. So I'm going to be honest, I'm pretty interested in shorting here. If we do get a pullback in here. I'd love to give that a shot. What are we pulling back to? I mean, seems like yesterday we have these two high volume nodes stacked right on top of each other from the prior 2 days. So that seems like a good target if we can get in. Missed that pattern. If we get there before we get a chance to get in, then that's going to be very unfortunate. Huh. What a wild day. Tell you what, this is why you have to, when you're wrong, you got to get out, you know. I was wrong back here. Trying to buy right here. Seemed like a good idea at the time, considering how bullish the market was. Seemed like we wanted to maybe take a stab at this high. Now it seems obvious, oh, this is a head and shoulders pattern, right? Now that seems so obvious. Normally you get a little reversal off of a prior resistance area. That doesn't mean it's going to hold forever, right? Or even for a long period of time. You normally don't get these incredible flushes. You know, we're only down here at this point. We hadn't even broken a previous swing low yet at the point that I was trying to get long. So yeah, bulls just completely gave up once they lost this. They made this one last ditch attempt right here, right below. Oh my goodness. Sitting on yesterday's POC now. You can see there, if we look over at the volume profile, this is very interesting stuff. Once they lost that, right here at 31, how much of an effort did they make? Right, basically none. Started to come in yesterday's POC a little bit, and they're losing that too. It's not looking like it's going to slow down. So this is where it's tempting to just hit the sell button and have some fun, but this thing could turn around at any second, right? Yesterday's POC didn't turn around there. POC from the day before. Where we're heading right now, 825. It's been a while since I've seen a flush like this. This is crazy. I mean, it's not crazy. Market does these things. So if you want to be a scalper, you have to recognize that this is not the situation to be trying to do that. You will get wrecked getting into the market. Like, trading minis, even in this environment, so dangerous. So dangerous. Doesn't matter how good your level was. I mean, prior day POC, look at what's the reaction we got there? Let's see. Was that 865-ish? Look, basically nothing. A little 5-point pop there. And at any moment, any swing low can be the low of this move, and it won't come back for hours or days or weeks. This is fun. Man. Yeah, we have not even had a pullback to the pi number 31.4. That has not even happened yet. Every pullback has been shallower than 31.4%. So, like, for me, trying to trade this pattern, what I sometimes do, and you kind of saw me looking for it a little bit in here, was looking for bulls to fail, because it's so hard to get in short. Well, let's take a look and see if bulls are trying to make an effort to go long, and then get in where they fail. Now you can see we never had an opportunity to do that. Couldn't short right here, just a couple ticks after we broke through there. That wouldn't have been good. You need to see a significant movement beyond that to call it a failure. And once we got that, we just had no pullback. It just hasn't come back there. So really no way to get into this on the short side, at least as far as the way that I trade. There isn't any opportunity there. See, these high volume nodes from prior day and prior day are pretty thin. So get through them. Yeah, we've got a lot of room to cover. You can see this swing gap here. Let's pull it up on the, yeah, here we go. Over on the chart on the left. giant swing gap. So we have a swing high, a swing low, swing high, swing low. So the next swing low doesn't happen until right here. So when we break, oops, it's the wrong button. Did I? When we break this high, this becomes our swing low. So between this high and this low, there's this huge gap. That's called a swing gap. It's one of the more useful tools in trading in terms of measuring the volatility. Are we trending or chopping? Trend is going to have these swing gaps rather than, I mean, the stair steps do exist too, but you can measure the aggression using these swing gaps. You see a swing gap form, market is not chopping, right? So we have one there, we have one there. This is not a fair value gap because it's not based on an arbitrary candle, right? An arbitrary candle size. Be it a 1 minute, a 5 minute, a 15 minute, an hour. That's all arbitrary. Where those gaps are subjective depending on which view of the market you choose. Whereas a swing gap, this is real no matter what chart you're looking at. As long as the time scale is small enough, you will see this exact same gap. So you're looking at a 30-second chart if you're able to zoom out far enough. If you're looking at a minute chart or a 5-minute chart or a 15-minute chart, that gap is going to be there. So more valuable in terms of measuring where the aggression is. So in any case, you can see we filled this swing gap in and this one. It makes sense for us to come fill this one in as well. Finally getting any kind of a reaction from bulls. Are they doing anything here? Nope. Not yet. Till we get into at least this zone, there's nothing I can do. I can't short, I can't long. There's no way for me to get into this. So we're just going to hang tight. Be glad we didn't lose an account today. Apparently I'm using the wrong mic input. Let's see. Microphone. Properties. Says I'm using the right microphone. Oh, I think I was using 2. Doesn't make sense, but testing, testing, testing. Does my microphone sound fine? Interesting. Yeah, I guess it was capturing microphone from my camera and my microphone at the same time. Yeah, which is interesting because I don't have my camera set as an audio device in OBS. So all right, so let's look. I want this pattern. Ooh, okay, so we should have seen the market. Well, it did attempt to hold here and take this high, but it did not take that high. So while I would normally be interested in going long in here, you can see that that's kind of starting to happen. I'm less interested because the bulls that should have held here to a new high failed. This could just be a deeper pullback, and then they'll get that. But yeah, we can give it a shot. We just need to see a smaller time frame pattern hold up here to give us an indication that the bulls are finally taking over and making something happen. This is a small enough pattern that we can do it without too much risk. How much risk is this? Our average would be at 50, so it's 10 points. It's $400 for now. I think I'm going to swap over to micros and try and take this here. There we go. Ugh. Now it's just going to go. And we might not get pullbacks going the other direction. So we sure didn't get any going lower here. So in this case, looks like bulls held around here. Could say this area. Yeah, that's quite a move for them. That's a nice wick on the 30-minute bar there. So now all three of these high volume nodes built right on top of each other. Something going on with trade of 8 here. Let me refresh that. Oop. Don't want to miss this. Come on. Sometimes, Ninja. Sometimes. Yeah, volume profiles. There we go. So it was broken there. So this is the better zone to hold. So I've got my entry there because it's more likely to hold than this zone. So using a bigger entry there. But bulls might be aggressive enough that they just take us without any consideration for a pullback. Looks like that's what's happening. Yep. No entry. So they've got a bit of a battle ahead of them to get through the low volume zone. There's this high volume node lined up at 68. Yeah, that's good for us here. Come on now, a few more ticks. A few more ticks lower. Ah, come on. Gotta wait for the market to come to you. Ugh. Man, is it uncanny sometimes. Market makers clearly watching the stream. They know what we're trying to do. I'm not gonna FOMO in. Not gonna chase. If it's gonna tag me in, it's gonna tag me. Maybe my entry should have been one tick higher, but it is just a micro, so maybe I will chase. If it doesn't stop me in on this one here. on this little pullback. All right, thanks. Thanks, market. Man, is that rough. One tick. One tick. Sad thing is, even after I moved it up, still didn't fill me there. Probably wouldn't have filled me even if I had it moved up. See, I would have probably taken profit had I gotten filled at the correct price there. A couple ticks shy of the high. Now, if they fail here, bulls fail here, that would not be a good sign. I don't think they're going to. May get a deeper pullback, but I don't think we'll get our stop hit. I think we'll be okay back here. I'm just going to remove this one. So this is where we wanted bulls to hold, right here. I mean, I wanted them to hold one tick lower than they did. Stop it. But we're seeing what we wanted to see from them here. So that's good news. Can spot the amateur traders for calling this a head and shoulders, thinking this is a high probability reversal if we break below this low here. Could happen, but it's not high probability. In my experience, it's less than 50%. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 attempts. Starts to get a little bit more. Probabilities do start to shift. But all this is up here is a trading range. Impulse move, range. Should expect it to go higher most of the time. The direction that was going before the range formed is usually the direction it, when I say usually, 51% or greater after the impulse move, and then the range, the next impulse will be in the same direction as the first one. Sorry, I had to wake up my screen. Now we sit and wait. That's what we can do here. Nothing we can do that'll make the situation better. We can do things that'll make it worse for sure. Basically, we got bulls down here at 990, but no bulls at 901 willing to continue buying. Yeah, these guys who are buying right here, sometimes I wonder, well, if you're willing to buy right here, why are you not willing to buy right here if you think it's going higher? Come on, buy it. There we go. So we'll cancel the other orders there. Sad thing is that's only 20 bucks. Worked very hard for 20 bucks. Super hard. Crazy stuff. And I do think it's going to come and take out these highs up here. At least break this head and shoulders triple top up here. There we go. It's a good pattern. I'm going to have to call it. Had about an hour to stream today. Did the hour. Did my time. Thanks for watching. Take care.